Welcome. This is a short video on how to record mileage in MileTracker. Right now we're looking at the log view screen. This lists all of your logs that you've created inside of MileTracker. In this case we have one and it's untitled. So let's tap on it to open it. Now we're looking at the list screen. This lists all of your entries for this particular log. Right now we have no entries, so let's create a new one. New. Mileage. Now the first example I'm going to give is if you are using the odometer to record your mileage. In this case it prompts us to tap to enter start mileage, which we will. We'll enter our start reading. We'll save. Save again. And we see that this entry is indicated in yellow. This tells us that the entry is incomplete and that we've entered a start mileage, but we have not yet entered a stop mileage. Tap on it to pretend we have arrived. It prompts us to enter the stop mileage because it knows it has a start already. Tap it. Enter the mileage. Save. It computes the mileage to be 100 miles and displays the reimbursement amount based on the allowance that we entered previously. Save that, and we're done. All right, so let's tap New, Mileage. Now in this case, interestingly, it says tap to enter stop mileage, but we have not entered a start mileage. So let's tap on that and take a look. And we notice that the start odometer reading, the start mileage reading, is our last stop odometer. Now this is a feature of the app. You can turn this off. And in fact, there's even an advanced feature in the app that you can turn on if you have multiple vehicles. Right now we only have one vehicle, so that multiple vehicle support is turned off. But it will also remember the stop odometer for multiple vehicles, as many as you have. But this example, what I want to show is that if you know the total mileage and not using the odometer reading. Tap total miles, enter 25. In this case, we know we've traveled 25 miles. Save. Save again. We're done. Now let's take a look at what happens if we want to use a more powerful feature in MileTracker, which is location-based. So let's take a look at that. We'll tap New, Mileage. In this case, the second is the From field. It says tap to enter start location. We want to look at that. Tap to enter. We'll tap the Set field, enter current location, and it's going to enter our current location based on the GPS location that it's determined. We can take a look at the map by tapping the Map field. We see that that's where exactly we're leaving from. We can give it a nickname, so that name is associated with that location. Call that work. We'll save. And there it is. Now, in this case, the from has our nickname, work, but also shows this symbol indicating that that word work is associated with a location, an actual location. Now, let's say we have traveled a little bit, and we can tap the To field. And I'll take this time to show you some of the different options in the set. The set button allows you to enter the current location, which I'll actually choose in a minute. But we also can choose Contacts List, which will pop up a list of contacts in your contacts list, and you can select a name or a company, and it will pre-fill the address in this field. Now if that particular contact has more than one address, it'll prompt you and ask you which address you want to use. Or you can tap the Frequent List button. The Frequent List button is just a full screen of all your frequent locations as shown below here. In this case, we've entered one, which was work. Remember, we just did that. And if we were to tap here, it would fill in work and the address right here. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to enter the current location, use that powerful GPS in the device, and there it is. So we can once again look at the map if we wanted to. And it looks like we've gone a little bit of a distance, not too far. And we can give that a name. Let's call that Home. H-O-M-E. And we'll save that. Now watch what happens. Okay. So what has happened is it's taken that distance, the start location and the end location, and it's computed a distance. And it's prompting us, do we want to accept that 1.2 miles that we've traveled? We'll accept it. It enters it. Shows the reimbursement amount. In this case, it's not much because we haven't traveled too much. This is just a simulation. But if you travel tens of miles or hundreds of miles, it'll compute the driving distance and prompt you. And we can hit save. And that's all there is to it. The only other thing I want to show you is that there's a neat feature where if you tap this field here, it'll toggle between the mileage and the amount. And similarly, if you have a total mileage here, you can tap that and it'll toggle between the amount. And I think that's all. Thank you very much.